joining me today. Coach Chansey here with Coach Trent here at the Tennis-Born Move Fitness. I'm really excited for this because it has to do with mobility and the shoulders, which we do hear a lot of the times. Somebody having some injuries or some tightness or some tweakness or something's hurting. So what Trent is going to do is he's going to put me through an evaluation and then show me as well and you ways to be able to fix maybe some things going on in your body, some imbalances or some things that hurt, how to be able to fix those. But before we get going, Trent, tell us a little bit about your background.
Yep, so I started getting a bachelor's in exercise science at Concordia University in Portland. Played baseball there and really had a passion for athletics and studying athletic performance there. So went right into coaching baseball players. Really loved working with athletes, did that, and learned a ton about the shoulder through those experiences with baseball. Baseball players are notorious for having lots of shoulder issues, so worked with that a lot. And then proceeded to transition to the clinic where I worked with more types of injuries as far as shoulder, even the spine and neck. And a lot of the times that kind of led to me figuring out things with the shoulder as far as things going down and up the body that can even be connected to that shoulder mobility you're talking about there.
Yeah. So Coach Trent is your injury limitation specialist here in Tennis-Born. So if you're having any of those ankle, knees, hips, shoulders, that you're just like, I am having some trouble and some injuries past, then come on in and see Trent. Well, and this is perfect because as an, I wouldn't say ex, but a college athlete, when I played softball, I did have some shoulder problems post-college afterwards because of the overuse of throwing, sliding, diving that caused me some pain, and I have that still to this day. So this is going to be perfect for you guys at home, myself as well. Trent, put us through it. Let's have some fun.
All right, sounds good. So what's great about this test is it's also an exercise. You can do this in evaluation as a personal trainer, but also do it and get better at it too at the same time. So that's really cool about this. So this is how we do it. I'll show you here.
Yeah.
You're going to start against the wall, just like that. Feet slightly away from the wall, so your knees are in a little bit of a bend. And you're going to get your entire back and head flat with the wall, just like that. A lot of the times people have that extreme low back arch, so it makes it tough to get that entire body against the wall. So just try as best you can, even if there's a little gap, that's okay there.
Okay.
So once you get that there, you're going to bring the arms overhead, trying not to let that low back arch like I did there. That allows me to get that false range of motion there that actually isn't that true shoulder flexion we're looking for. So keeping those ribs flattened down, not letting them flare is really important there, and just seeing how far up the wall you can go.
So Trent is looking for this movement from the side. I'm going to get in that squat, a little bit of a squat position. I'm going to get my back against the wall. What he doesn't want to see when I lift up overhead is this, right? Exactly. That movement there is going to give me that false sense of my thumb can touch the wall. So we're going to see if I can actually do that. So I know I've got some tightness, so this is going to be perfect for you guys at home as well as myself. So put me in position, Trent.
All right, so feet are slightly away from the wall, just like that. Knees in a soft bend there, just they're not locked out. That's perfect. So making sure the head is flat on the wall, the back is flat on the wall. Bring the thumbs to the wall behind you, as far up as you can, and just see kind of where we're at there. Good, knock down. So you can see there, go through a few more reps. That even as you get toward the top, you can see those elbows are even bending a little bit. Kind of feel that there a little bit. So those arms are tough getting straight there. A lot of that can be some tightness through the lats even there, making it tough for those arms to get fully overhead there. Do a couple more. Back is doing pretty good, a little bit, but not bad at all there. As long as it's not too excessive with that lumbar arch, you're good. All right, take a break. How'd that feel?
Good. I got really, really tight, like I was, you can make it, like I was trying to push myself to hit the wall, but yeah, there is a little bit of pain. I can feel it getting real tight. I have to force my lower back, right, to kind of push against and make sure I sustained everything. Once you cued me to, there's a little bit of a gap, I felt myself push back into that good position. So I did not touch the wall. I was probably
about this far,
yeah, about probably 3 inches off the wall, 3-4 inches. So I think Trent's going to show me something that maybe I can get a little bit more mobility and might be able to touch that wall.
Oh yeah, so this next exercise we're going to do, I'll show you here. This is going to help with those kind of tighter lats. See if we can get those arms straighter there in that overhead position. You're going to get your elbows on the bench. Knees right there, kind of hip width apart. Okay. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. I want you to think about that same flat back position that you had against the wall. Same thing here. We don't want that back to go into that extreme arch like that.
Yes. Okay. Straight back.
You're going to bring this PVC pipe overhead, sitting your butt to your heels. Go as far back as you can comfortably.
Look at that mobility. We will be lucky if I can get that far. That is awesome.
Once you get to that bottom position that you feel comfortable in, I want you to take 5 big deep breaths.
5 big deep breaths once you get into this position.
Full inhale and then going into the bottom of that exhale as well.
Okay.
Just like that. Once we get 5 breaths, we'll do a little retest there. Normally we do a couple more sets there, but let's try 1 set and see if we can make a difference there.
We're going to do 1 set. You might have to do 2 or 3 sets here, but we're going to do 1 and then check mobility and see if I got a little bit closer to that wall.
Alright, so we'll get those knees kind of underneath those hips there, about hip width apart. That looks good.
Okay.
And then you're getting the PVC pipe in your hand with your palms facing up towards the ceiling, just like that. And you're thinking about keeping that chin tucked a little bit, not letting the head drift forward at all towards the bench as well.
Okay.
Sitting the butt back to the heels. You're going to also think about bringing that behind your head. Nice and controlled. Go back as far as you can comfortably. Once you reach a point you feel is good, everyone's going to be a little bit different with this. Start taking those breaths. Big, big, deep inhale. Kind of expand as much as you can. And then fully exhale there too. Super important to try and get all the air out that you can there and find the bottom of that exhale. Working on that breathing with this is super important. It's going to really help with that shoulder mobility. Very good. That's already getting a little bit better as you're going through that breathing there, a little bit more range of motion. And that's kind of what happens with this. As you breathe and really get into that breath, it should feel like it's getting a little bit easier, almost like you can sink a little bit further back. So that's kind of the goal we're looking for there. Oh yeah, definitely getting a little bit better. All right. Say about 1 or 2 more there, and then we'll do that retest. Very good. Sitting back even a little bit further there. Last one. That's about 5 there, I would say. Something along those lines there. And you can always do a little bit more if you want. Completely okay. Alright, you can mess with that. How did that feel going through that?
Ooh, good.
Feel like it was kind of loosening up a lot of it?
I definitely felt everything, inch by inch with each deep breath, really pushing and pulling back. Like it felt good, like a really good stretch.
Nice,
And
definitely.
I haven't felt that, especially in my upper back, in a long time. You're trying to do this or this, and it just doesn't cut it. So that was an awesome exercise. We have tons of PVC pipes at home. You probably got a broom or a Swiffer, right? Something you can do on a chair, that exact same exercise. So thank you. Okay.
Super easy. Alright, we'll do that same setup there that we talked about there. Feet slightly away from the wall, knees in that soft bend, and then going through that same shoulder flexion. We'll kind of take a look and see. Oh
Wow.
yeah.
I touched it. I'm touching it.
That's a lot better. Arms are definitely straighter too on that. Does it feel easier as you go through too?
It glided right up. I felt like butter.
Oh yeah,
I
there
felt
we go.
like my joints were just like butter. Yeah, I can feel my full extension here. I know my elbows are locked out. I feel like maybe my lower back a little bit off the wall, but
Not bad at all.
I can
really
push
close.
it. I can push it a little closer.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. As long as it's not too arched there. If a
Yeah.
little bit of arch is there, that's kind of okay. Our low back does have a little bit of a natural lordosis. It's got a light curve to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much better.
That was good.
That feels good.
Nice. I'm
Thank
glad.
you so much, Trent. Anything else you'd like to add to these exercises, and any more tips or education we've got on these?
Oh, I would say the biggest thing is breathing.
Yes.
One of the biggest things I would say is breathing with this. A lot of the times I see people stretch at the gym or try and do mobility work, and it's really tight and just trying to kind of throw things around there. But really being conscious of that full breath, and I kind of saw it there with you as you were getting into those deeper and deeper breaths, that you're getting a more range of motion as you go through it.
Again, as my basically my rib, my cavity right up top, my rib cage, as that expanded, that I can really feel that stretch. And then when I exhaled, it felt like wow, like I was getting way better range of motion with every single breath. And so I think what Trent was coaching me on, instead of like some short little breaths, like I'm just trying to get through this, like it's a tough exercise, which it is tough, but the correct breathing put me in the right position to be successful.
Definitely makes a big difference with shoulder work and lots of work in general there.
Yes.
So that was good stuff there.
Thank you so much, Trent. You guys, stay tuned for more. We are going to be picking his brain for a long time, right? As long as we have Trent and Move Fitness, we're going to have some fun together. We're going to work on a lot of mobility, a lot of different exercises. So stay tuned for more shoulder mobility, limitations, injuries, exercise correction for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Trent, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. To all of our first responders, medical, military, thank you so much for keeping us safe, putting your lives on the line to make sure that we're able to do what we're able to do here at home. So you guys have a great day. Move Tribe, family, and community. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.